what's your background with cars?
Yeah, so I started messing around with cars like seriously in college.
Okay.
You know, before that, my dad taught me the basics growing up, like how to change the oil, how to do your brakes.
Right.
Other than that, not much interest in cars in high school, but in college, a couple of my friends would go mudding. So, living down in Florida, there was a national forest really close to the house. I used to build big old trucks,
Okay.
mud trucks, and so through that, there were just things I wanted to do to it that you couldn't buy parts, so I learned how to weld and fabricate and all stuff like that to start making, big old trucks. That kind of progressed over the years.
Did you have a favorite type of truck for mudding?
My Ford Bronco, yeah, that
Yeah.
thing was great. It was big enough, had a big old V8 Windsor in there, and it was just, it did everything that I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
Motorcycles.
Motorcycles. You
Yeah,
motorcycles.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a motorcycle, but yes.
It is a classic Honda.
It is. It's a 1977 Honda Express. I got this one for free. Normally, bicycle tires. It's been sitting in someone's, I believe, like in a shed somewhere for like 25, 30 years. Was offered it.
Really cool.
Yeah, hey, do you want it for free? And I'm like, sure, why not?
So if people want to get into work on their cars and maybe
Mhm.
like buying, some old cars and fixing them off modification, what would be like advice to people who may not know?
It's the internet.
Internet.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Just YouTube, forums. I learned a lot on
Yeah.
forums. For most cars, like for instance the Ford Bronco
Mm-hmm.
that I owned was the first one I really started getting into cars. There was a whole forum dedicated just to Ford Broncos. Someone had already done this or done that, and you just look it up.
Watch the video and
Or read through their posts
Right.
and their different threads and whatnot. And to me, it's always the scariest thing is taking something apart.
right.
But honestly, take something apart, and I take a lot of pictures with my cell phone all the time, so then I can.
Know how to put
Go
it
back.
Yeah. So that's kind of like life in general. You have to do it.
Yep.
But once you kind of apply yourself to it, like that's when you
Yeah.
kind of know what it is to drive a Ford 250. You gotta drive it.
Yep.
You can read about it, but
Exactly. Now you might mess things up and pay some money for broken
True.
parts, but
True.
hey, you live and you learn.
you live and you learn.
Yeah.
I also like to ask people on our channel, car advice. Like if you were to give one piece of advice about cars, I would
Yeah.
to just
I would say learn how to change your oil and change your brakes, because you'll save a lot of money.
because that's you have to do all the time.
Yeah, you have to do it all the time, and they just rip you off.
Yeah. You just need basic tools.
Basic tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that.
And that's where I like to help people out with that, different friends,
Yeah.
single moms, stuff
Yeah.
like that I'm just,
Yeah.
that I meet or,
Yeah.
through church or everything like that, just help them out. So
Yeah.
the best advice is to
Learn how
don't
to
get ripped off,
by.
and maybe have some friends that can do it for you.
What about life in general?
What do you mean life in general?
So like if you were to give a life advice,
Jeez.
I know.
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible and apply it. Not to get too philosophically cheesy, but if you want to have an owner's manual for your life, you got
There you go. Read the Bible.
You got the Bible.
You also said that if people have questions, or they can contact you.
Yeah,
But
my Instagram handle is jthrone, is my name, Jeff Throne, _45 moto. And that's kind of side hustle, if you will, side
Right.
business is flipping bikes, motorcycles, dirt bikes, all kinds of stuff. From anywhere, just getting them back on the road, restoring them to full out frame, down to the frame custom, cool, chopping it up. My dirt bike collection, no, it's just for me, me and my family.
if everybody wants to get into dirt bike, what's like a good beginner? Is there like anything?
Anything. Just don't go too big on the motor sides. You're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
kill yourself.
How fast do you go?
Mine can go about 65,
Okay.
but you're not hitting that speed out in the dirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's dirt bikes. It's not so much the top speed; it's the low end power for you to be able to
Jump over.
pop over
Yeah.
things and whatnot. And so
Yeah.
this one is not what I would suggest a beginner to get.
There you go.
Yeah, 2-stroke. I'd stay away from them. I'd go to a 4-stroke, something beneath 150. and
Right.
below.
So it's kind of like if you've never driven a car, don't drive a Ferrari.
Exactly. I don't know if I'd classify it quite as a Ferrari, but
or a
yeah.
muscle car. Don't start with a
Uh-huh.
muscle car.
Yeah,
Maybe like a Civic or something.
yeah, definitely not.
Same principle.
Yeah, because you will pop this one. You'll do a wheelie and flip it over on yourself pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right, so we got another little project.
Yep.
A Beetle.
Beetle, 2015. So I got this from a salvage auction. It's the first time I ever did that. In a full front-end collision, everything that you see on here right now is brand new, the whole front end. Luckily, no frame damage, just everything in the front crunched and going.
Why a Beetle? Was it you look for a Beetle? Or just kind of.
Yeah. So I've always loved Beetles since I was a kid. Like I like the old ones, but I wanted something fuel injection that wasn't as much work. Maybe down the line I'll buy a classic Beetle.
Right.
1.8 turbo.
Okay.
Gas engine.
Maybe when you're done, maybe we'll come back and visit you.
Yeah.
To look at the end product. And
For
those
sure.
of you, may want to connect with Jeff, can look, some of the things that he does. And
Yeah. And this one's gonna be cool. It's gonna be slammed. Airbag suspension.
Okay.
So we'll be able to lower it just by touching the button. It's gonna be a little bit different than what I normally.
Do you have a time frame on when you shoot?
The goal is to have it done by next summer, so
Okay.
hopefully COVID's gone and car shows will be back up and
Yeah.
running, and that's pretty much what we built it for. Was for my boys are really heavily involved in this one. They're doing most of the work. I'm just supervising, and this is what I wanted them to have, like that shared experience, but also to be able to go as a family to car. We're gonna tune it, a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's gonna be pushing quite a bit of horsepower for a little car. My goal is to go above 250 horsepower.
Okay.
So if you think about it, my truck, 500.
Yeah.
This is half, but
yeah.
way less.
Yeah.
So yeah, be fun little car.
Whoa, I'll definitely come back and look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Let's go ride.
And then that'll be it.